We did it. Everyone is here. Everyone is alive. Everyone is breathing. And to that I say, hey, you, maricon! Because no better way to start this episode than that, I don't think. But hello, hi, hola, 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 oli, 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 bienvenidos a The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay. Gay, I've got my coffee, and I'm very prepared to talk about this episode. Also, cup mug. Ooh, cup mug. Boom, 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 boom. You can get yours at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below. And also that beautiful QR code up in the top right corner right there. You can check it out. All that lovely, wonderful, and fantastic stuff. So go check it out. Period.
¿Qué tal, chicas? Me llamo Mike. I am your buff bodybuilding correspondent down in Dallas, Texas. I put the him and himbo in the gay and video game, and maybe the bay and basic. Tell me in the comments. And yeah, what an episode! A lot of drama, very drama. So I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to talk about the drama, the performances, a interesting elimination.
Certainly.
Oh, do I have to talk now? Okay, hi.
Not do I have to talk now. I love you, Petita.
I am absolutely destroyed. Like I always tell my boyfriend, he has to get in drag someday so he can understand me. Like it's yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be the biggest energy today because I've been working a lot this past week, and today I just woke up on the floor. I got slept on the floor. Like I literally in my living room. Like I don't remember anything. Hi everyone. I'm Petita, and kind of here.
And we can't see you, but we can hear you, and that's all that matters. We had a visual of Petita. We will get a visual of Petita.
You can't see me?
No, not currently.
No. Again? Wow. Well,
and this is the one that's going to make the internet. There's many instances.
Maybe the world is telling me that I should leave.
Maybe the world is telling you go to sleep, Petita.
Maybe, yes. I think
hey, so. If you need to, make a 3-minute cameo and come back next week.
Too many problems I'm seeing. Yeah. Love you guys. Yeah.
Love you, Petita. We'll see you next week.
Sin cuidado.
Babies.
Love you.
Benvinguts at the cup. I don't know how I'm going to say this afterwards, but yeah, Petita is gone. But in honor of Valencian and Catalan representation, which we had the most of the entire Spanish franchise this season, I'm going to say seràs tu el fruit, seré jo el fruit, serem junts el fruit. And yeah, now we're coming to the pod. I'm Micha, your Parisian correspondent, drinking peach and mango tea. They're having too much energy for my own good, despite I started to work back in the journalism and started doing morning hours, but not for long, hopefully. But we'll see. So yeah, let's dive into it.
And I'm RuPert, and I have no entrance line. And I also am sporting a new background of my Drag Race pins. Just something more interesting than a blank white wall.
Interesting, not angular, somewhat angular background movements is what we call that.
And I'm just drinking water as well. And we may not be macho, but there sure are a lot of us today.
Correct. Well, some of us more than others.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Speak for yourself. But
I'm la basura musculo today.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, not this.
La basura musculada.
But yes, we are here. We're talking about a wild episode 4 of Drag Race España. First and foremost, before anything, go support Petita. Because our girl needs it right now.
Sleep.
She's working. She is working.
Right.
We are thankful to have had her for 3 minutes of this podcast.
Yes.
To tell you. But yes, first and foremost, go support Petita. Second of all, make sure to subscribe if you've not already here, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. Currently, that's a lot of drag and content almost every single week, or almost every single day and every single week across all of our channels. So make sure to check out everything we're doing here on this channel, across all of our other channels, and on our Patreon. All the links for those are in the description below. Our YouTube membership will be launching again here very, very shortly with some fun drag content. So make sure to check that out as well. And yeah, in the meantime, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out all of our content. But yes, let's dive into wild, crazy, a challenge I was thrilled to see in general because I am a Eurovision fan and more importantly a Benidorm Fest fan. So for me to see them do a Benidorm inspired challenge was very fun. And we come into the workroom after no one went home. Rightfully
and everyone's really happy. We don't get the obligatory "I'm mad" confessional as well,
except for Crystal.
Well,
Crystal is just mad. She's perennially mad.
We love you, Crystal.
We adore you,
I love how mad she is at everything.
Absolutely, she's diminishing the hell out of this room. Yeah,
she really.
Absolutely.
She really is, huh?
Every episode she comes perennially mad. She's she's wild.
How many episodes did Misha make it?
6.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 5 because there was a double premiere. Yeah, so 5.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see if Crystal can make it longer than Tamisha, because I would like to see it.
I was going to say the only person who's mad is probably Nori, because her heart went to say Ferran, which is probably not what she wanted.
No,
that
and Ferran, and I love Ferran being like, and Nori was the one that saved me after all.
she's your Wonderwall, sorry. Yeah, but otherwise it's kind of
not Wonderwall. Anyway, I'm gonna move past that very quickly. But we come into the workroom the next day. And we're starting what I thought was timid and lovely and beautiful and stunning. And we see Crystal apologizing to Nyx for her behavior in the last, cycle, in the last challenge for insulting and disrespecting her. And then we hear Crystal in confessional talking about how it's not, it's less so for Nyx and more so just for her own personal sake. And we hear Nyx going, girl, I don't believe this. And I love it because these are two of my favorites. So I love that they just continue to fight. I love it.
I think this is probably like the shortest ceasefire of drama we've seen on Drag Race. It lasts like a good 4 hours, maybe. So
not even that. Like the production of that probably was longer, to be honest with you. Yeah. Like this was probably like 3 hours. But then even then, we'll talk about the drama later. It didn't even end up involving directly Crystal and Nyx. It involved everyone, including Crystal and Nyx. So it was like, what's happening here?
Mess.
Messy, but good.
Messy, shady, messy and shady. Shady little boots in the shade. My favorite Drag Race line of all time. That's truly my favorite Drag Race line of all time.
I think my favorite Drag Race line of all time probably has to be from the legendary DDC after Snatch Game on her critiques. Literally being, it happened, I was there.
Yeah. I think mine, like my top 3 is that I think it honestly, speaking of DDC, a red wig and a silver dress, I don't think. And then honestly, the other newcomer to come into the fold, a leg, pose. You already know. I love Neon Bella. So like
friend of the pod, Neon Bella.
Friend of the pod, of course. Yes. But yes, such good one-liner material all around. I love it. But yeah, they have a momentary ceasefire.
Literally just a moment.
Literally a moment. Well, we get a mini challenge during that moment. And this,
it's Jessica Wilde. It's muy caliente, salvaje, every gato. Yeah, no cat was left unscathed. I mean, yeah, just.
Here's what I want to ask the production of Drag Race España. Why are we playing minute to win it games? This is a minute to win a game. I've played this.
Okay, so Jonathan pointed that out. He was like, really? We're going from like Slajon Royale, which had these like culturally like actually important mini challenges to twerk ping pongs off your butt. But
obviously,
minute to win it games. Like, girl.
It could have been worse. No bitch was left impeached. I think it was kind of good, yeah.
Not much worse.
I mean, Morgan McMichaels could have appeared just for one scene to eject.
That would have made this so much better
from her ass, like she did on some season. And yeah.
Where was Morgan McMurk to shoot a ping pong ball out of her ass? Yeah. Allegedly. That's what I needed for this challenge. I mean, it was dumb and stupid, and I did enjoy watching it. Don't get me wrong.
But like, why?
But why? For what reason?
For what
reason are we doing this today?
And for seeing white queens trying how to twerk.
I will say my favorite line of the episode came from this mini challenge. Of all the things that went on in this challenge, my favorite moment and my favorite line came from this mini challenge where Nyx goes, "I feel like Taylor Swift trying to do reggaeton." And I was like, yes.
I wrote that down.
I love Nyx. Nyx, I love you. Nyx, I'm
look what she made you do. Yeah, just
look what they made them do.
Oh.
I love.
I'm sorry, the old Nyx can come to the phone right now. Oh, why? Because she's dead.
because she's twerking ping pong balls off of her ass and losing. That's really why. Because she didn't win.
Taylor Swift reggaeton, are you ready for it?
No.
That could have been so much better than her last album anyway, so
yeah.
Many things are better than her last two albums. Yes, come for me, Swifties.
Yeah.
The last
you're absolutely right. Yeah,
I am not a Swiftie in any way. So,
in any way, shape, or form,
see, I'm the Swiftie where my favorite album is Evermore because that's just my vibe.
But it's a good album, at least.
But
it's like boring as hell, but it's a good album.
It's a good album. Also, it's half Bon Iver, so you know.
Correct, and that's why
good.
We like it.
Exactly.
But we do get a winner. Because Laka wins.
Here for that.
She does the damn thing faster than most of these other girls, despite having a very flat ass. No shade, just the truth.
Clock it.
I mean, I did. But they're looking for 3 winners, even though Laka is the only one that actually wins anything. So the next 2 winners, in quotes, are Margarita and Denebola, who win nothing other than the ability to pick their teams for the Maxi Challenge. Manifest, we're doing girl groups, but protest songs, which I think is really fun. I think it's an interesting play on both the girl group challenge on Drag Race and like Benidorm Fest in general, because it is kind of it's used as the qualification for Eurovision for Spain usually, and a lot of the songs like tend to be very like there are usually one or two songs that are very like anti-systemic. So I think it was actually a really fun way to do this challenge. I certainly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought this was a great challenge. I think it's a nice twist on the girl band concept. And also, at this time and date, we really could use some good protest songs with what's going on in the world today.
And plus, I think, and after, sorry, oh my God, I'm just almost gone petite-wise. Yeah.
Flashbang.
These lights were blinding for all the wrong reasons. I mean,
Monday.
Yeah. Last day. Go to sleep, lamp. No Little Man has been erased, and other obscure Radiohead references. So yeah, the thing is, I think it's kind of an interesting mix of the France All Stars challenge, which we've got, which was also kind of Eurovision themed, also 3 groups and 3 different genres. More important, because it wasn't boring at all music wise. What we've heard today, and yeah, the protest song just like. It's so good. I actually don't even remember if we had any like protest song across the franchise. You could argue that Canada too, but it wasn't protest. It was kind of I'm rebellious. I don't need you.
It was like breakup song.
Breakup like, empowering song. Yeah, but it wasn't like protest. Yeah, by Flop.
Where we love friend of the pod, Kendall Jenner, love her dearly, but flopped.
She did, but not other people. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, politically charged songs. It's like yes, it's a great idea, and it should have been done. I mean, we had Power, but let's face it, Power has nothing on this challenge. I mean, Power was probably the worst episode of season 16, and I love the season dearly. It's one of my favorite American seasons. But I mean, not the Power episode.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
that's why they didn't win Emmys that year, because that's probably the episode they submitted.
No, I think it was. I remember there was 4 episodes they submitted, and it wasn't that one. I don't remember.
It's like I can remember at the end of the episode, everyone was calling that episode Emmy bait,
and it was
really?
Nothing of the sort. I'm like, okay, whatever.
But also, Traitors existed, so
Traitors.
I mean, it was going to lose. It was going to lose no matter what.
Exactly. So our team captains pick parts of their teams. So Laka chooses Ferran and then Satin. Denebola picks Nyx and then Eva. And Margarita picks La Escandalo and Alexandra, leaving Daphne and Crystal as the last 2.
How in the hell is Daphne in the last 2 picked?
I was gonna say both of them, to be honest, based on talent. Like Crystal, I understand. No shade, Crystal, I love you. Based on just like the dynamic of the workroom at that moment, I understand why Crystal's last. Like the vibe, the energy, like Crystal is the
Micha of it all,
yeah. Crystal is the like wild card, the unexpected. Like you don't know at this exact moment, you don't know what you're going to necessarily get from Crystal. And for that, I understand. You're going to get talent, obviously. And she's got plenty of it. And we saw it in the challenge. But you don't know what personality you're going to get in that moment from Crystal. Daphne being a last pick genuinely was like...
Yeah, it was given.
She's
it was given
ballet dancer.
It was given very Violet Chachki on episodes 2 and 3 of season 7. Yeah.
Genuinely,
I was like, when Laka had first pick, I was like, oh, she's gonna pick Daphne. Oh, not Daphne. Oh, not Daphne. Not Huh?
The fact that no one picked Daphne first.
Yes.
The fact that
at all.
La Escandalo and Nyx were the first 3 picked as well over Daphne.
No shade to those girls, but I'm
no shade at all.
Well, when Denebola picked Nyx, I was like, and Daphne's still there. I'm sorry. Like, love you, Nyx. Love you. But, like, Daphne's a ballet dancer. She's a ballet dancer. She's going to choreograph something amazing for you. I don't understand.
Yeah. So then Laka gets to basically put the two girls in whatever group they want. So of course, at this point, being smart takes Daphne. Laka. Oh yeah.
Sorry, but Laka could have been so shady and put Crystal with Denebola, Nyx, and Ava. She could have. But she was like, I'm not gonna do that, and put her with Margarita's group instead. But that she fully well had that in her mind of like, I could create even more drama.
I feel like their team was super chill, though. I feel like their team had a good vibe. They're like, "Oh, we got this," and they just kind of focused on the task at hand instead of. I mean, we're about to get into it, but the other two teams go to war.
Baby.
Yeah.
War erupts in the workroom over
an song.
I was going to say, and this is no shade to the producer of this song, who is a very attractive man, as we see later.
His beard was phenomenal.
Love the beard. Love the beard.
the color was great.
No shade to the producers of this song. But they go to war over this subpar ass song. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
They go to war over 3 songs that are all just okay at best.
It literally.
Are you sure? Because Satine Greco said these songs are for weddings, first baptisms, and song of the summer. And I love her for that.
Satine, you better sell whatever you're trying to sell, girl. I love it.
Satine wants to get songwriting credit for her song. She wants to get money.
As she should.
As she should.
Give Satine more money.
Give Satine all of your money. Thank you. But yes, war erupts over Hated, which was maybe my least favorite of the songs.
Really?
I maybe would have taken LGBTIQ+ over Hater, to be honest with you. The vibe of Hater just wasn't for me personally, I'm not picking that song.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
I think it translated most into your typical bitch track, verse writing cadence, which is, I think that's why the queens really wanted it. But yeah, they go to war over this Hater song. I feel bad for Nyx in this moment because I think she identified really personally with this, and we hear later in the episode why. But I can understand the other queens wanting the track too, because like I said, the vibe of the track is very bitch tracky, so it's very Drag Race. It's very it's up that alley. But it gets a little nasty. This got nasty.
I like that people do apologize later in the episode, but the fact that it gets so personal, so quickly, literally, like a quote from Eva: either we kill each other or we talk it out like grown-ups, and it's obvious which one we've chosen.
It's we're getting so heated, and it's I love Laka in the middle of this being like, hey, we should
we want this song.
We should take the other one.
Matcha.
We should just take the other one.
Yeah.
Can we take the other one? Hey, I know we're all fighting here. Can we take this other one? Y'all cool with? Okay, cool. We'll take this other one. Cool, thanks. And it worked out for him. But I was just like, oh my God. And I do appreciate that we got. And I guess, honestly, we can this would probably be the right moment. I don't like usually talking about things out of order, but this is probably a good moment to skip ahead. We'll talk about the recording here in a second, but we got this big fight where everyone is basically, for lack of a better term,
isn't they're all probably still sleep deprived from the design challenge. And then coming in the next day, still with still on high alert, and then ultimate war breaks out, a la the Metal Gate from season 15. But in my opinion, even stronger.
It's like we're trying to one up how much hate we've gotten in the world, and it's like, okay, babies, like we don't need to be doing that. I'm sorry.
And you're doing that to prove why you should get a song as well.
That's what kind of stuck with me like the worst, is that I feel like everybody has a journey. We've all, as queer people, have dealt with hate in our lives thrown at us. I don't think it should ever be a contest of who has it the worst. I don't think it should ever be that, because it just ultimately is going to minimize somebody's actual pain and actual trauma. And in this episode, because they don't get the episode with the song they want, Nyx feels like her struggles got trounced, because she feels like, I feel like I'm getting at it from all angles and you're just minimizing my thing. That's why I didn't like the fighting so much, because it's just like you're fighting over a song, and the way they were doing is like, oh, I'm oppressed the most, and I'm like, that should never be the focus of our trials. It should be something that unites us, not divides us.
Certainly. I'm glad that we then later have the conversation while they're all getting ready for the main part of the challenge, where we're talking through all of the, you know, we get the apology the next day, and everyone's like, and that felt, no shade, Crystal, that felt more genuine from everyone involved, being like, that didn't need to go there. And now that we've all rested a little bit, we can realize what's going on and realize that, oh, like, we didn't all need to be fighting. And I'm glad it was Nyx included in that. Like, Nyx was the one to bring it up. Nyx was the one to kind of talk about everything and kind of bring up the whole conversation, being like, none of us needed to get into the whole thing the way that we did. We don't need to be one-upping. We should be supporting each other. Even if we don't necessarily like each other as much, we can all be supportive of each other and still make things happen. Yeah, I'm glad that overall we were able to bring it up later. And it kind of got squashed, I'll say, for, again, probably for the time being.
But also, it was kind of funny how it was squashed. It kind of reminded me of season 8 Rusical, when Ace and Betty, of all people, was like, "Why are we fighting?"
Right, right.
And
it's
that
like,
was true.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, huh? It was certainly intense. That's for sure.
And they end up deciding to do rock paper scissors because Eva basically has enough.
Eva walks off.
Yeah,
I don't blame her, honestly. I
don't blame her as well. If I was in that situation, that's probably what I would do as well.
Yeah, I was like, oh damn. But also, I would have, in the middle of the fighting too, when then it's literally like 4 people versus the Nebula. And, like, Nyx is still there, but, like, very much so in her emotions at that moment. I'm like, Ava, you could have said something, girl. Like...
You could have said something like, let's not fight so much. We're going to slay whatever song we get. Like, it's just rock, paper, scissors, and then we're going to stick with it. We're going to slay whatever song we get. Everybody's going to slay whatever song they get. You know, just be a peacemaker.
And then they didn't.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's beyond the point. But the group of 4 does end up getting Hater. We'll talk about how they do here in a little bit. The recording and preparation process is pretty standard for a Drag Race episode.
You get some people struggling about singing. Satin mostly doesn't know about singing.
But
we aren't recording it. Are we just onto that scene before they go into recording? Because I just love the fact that Satine doesn't know what a dating app is.
Good for her.
I love that they were like, do you know what a dating app is? No. No, I only just go after chasers.
And
I
good
was
for her.
like, I mean,
that's a great strategy. I mean, girl, if
como
you can afford it, go.
como una woman. I mean, come on now, like, hello,
Come on, man.
hello. I mean, there you go. That's all you have to say. I get it.
And then also something that I like in this little scene is that Alexandra sort of comes out to her group and tells everyone that she's HIV positive, and really like really wanting to show that about her, and then also like putting it in her lyrics as well, which I just think is a really nice thing. And the fact that she's like happy to talk about it,
yeah,
because she doesn't want stigmas to remain about it, because there's been a lot of conversation throughout Drag Race, specifically, of course, in season 1, and then also one that always comes to mind to me is Charity Case in UK 3. And like that, and then everyone just talking about it, trying to break the stigma of it. And then her also like being so, like, making sure that she's being public about it, and also telling everyone in probably the most public way she can.
Yeah.
And that's just a really... No, that's pretty much what I was going to say. You can continue.
I was going to say, what I really appreciated is about how she told her story is, I think there's a narrative in queer circles that HIV is something that older people have or get, or it's something of an olden time. And Alexandra said that she got it when she was 18, which is shocking, but it's a truth for a lot of people. It takes one time to contract it. And I love that Alexandra's being so vulnerable with this, because the best way that we can fight HIV is through being open and honest and discussing it and not putting a stigma on it. Because people, if they feel like there's not a stigma, then people will go get tested. People will get on medication. And that is the best thing that we can do. Either if you're negative, get on PrEP, or if you are positive, get on a medication regimen to become undetectable, which is untransmissible. Yeah, and that's the best way we can fight against HIV, which sadly, by the numbers, I think contraction rates are actually higher in the past year or so. So there's still work to be done.
Years, actually.
I think there's still work to be done. And I do think there is, PrEP has helped a lot, but I also think it's kind of reinforced a stigma around coming out as HIV positive. I'm just going to say, if you're LGBT and you have like a group of LGBT friends, one of your friends may very well be HIV positive and just not talking about it because there is a stigma about it, and they don't want to deal with that. And we should try and make a community that encourages people to be open about this conversation, because it helps stop the spread and helps medicate people and keep them healthy to live long, healthy, happy lives that are unaffected by HIV. And I appreciate that Alexandra did that, because that is such an important thing that we cannot let slide in our community, because it can creep back if we get lazy with it.
And I appreciate every time it gets brought up on Drag Race, because I mean, I'm coming up on 2 years being undetectable myself. Not, you know, and I'm happy to talk about it at every point possible, because again, it's just more opportunity of making it not necessarily normalized, but like it is part of the community. Am I the most thrilled about it? No. But it is a part of my life, so I have to deal with it. And there shouldn't be a stigma around it. And even to this day, I still get messages about it weekly. And it's from uninformed, ignorant assholes that like, and so everything that Alexandra was talking about, like, really, really resonated with me about, you know, not like being open enough about it, but not being, you know, super outward about it. It's something that took me a little bit of time to deal with as well. It's not the first time I brought it up on the podcast either, but every time it is mentioned on Drag Race, I always appreciate it, because it's one more step towards making sure people understand, like, if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't have known.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reality of the situation. Why treat people differently when all that matters is I'm taking care of myself, and I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that I can live a normal life. And I have been. And, you know, life is good. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Well, I will be open and vulnerable on the pod. This will be the first time I admit it. I am HIV undetectable as well. And I've had it. I'm 31 now. I've had it since I was 22, so almost 10 years. So I feel a lot of like identity with Alexandra because I got it very young and I dealt with. I totally understand when you mean like you get random messages on apps of like. Oh, your disease, blah, blah, blah. You're just spreading your disease.
Just because it's listed on your profile, people feel like they need
put it out there.
I do too. Yeah. And just because you have it on a profile on an app, people feel the need to tell you how disgusting you are, tell you how ugly you are, tell you like all of these things. And I'm like, baby, at the end of the day, you have less of a chance of contracting anything from me than any random person who claims they're on PrEP on an app. Let's be real and honest and genuine on the pod today. Like, that's what it is. So
I mean, that's the other thing is like, it's not just me. Since me and Jonathan, we are betrothed. He gets hate too. He's HIV negative. He's known this entire time. I've been undetectable the entire time we've been together. He's still negative. The science works. Get medicated. Period. Get educated and medicated. So I really related to a lot of what Alexandra talks about. I enjoyed the vulnerability, and to me, it's almost been a decade with HIV. It's such a non-issue for me. Like even if someone sends the most hateful thing at me, I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
I'm finally at that point where it stopped bothering me because it did for a while. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It stings for a long while.
It does. It's not cute. It's not fun. But eventually you just get to the point where I'm like, okay, you're ignorant. Bye. Like, if you aren't willing to educate yourself and understand what's going on, then you have no place in my life, period. Whether you're a one-time hookup or someone that, you know, I'm going to consider anything long-term with. And also, like, and I love you bringing up John being on PrEP and negative because all 4 of my partners are on PrEP negative. Science works. At the end of the day, science works. Mike and I are proof of the fact that science works. So in general, just be kinder. You can be shady. Shady is fine. But just be kinder to people. There's no reason to be horrible to people. There's no reason to be horrible to people. But I love you, Mike.
Yep.
Period. Yeah. Just as a fellow biologist,
Well, time to be shady again. Yes. Time to be shady again. What'd you say, RuPert?
Because there's always room for kindness.
There's always time for kindness and a cock.
Shout out to Mrs. Kasha Davis.
Shout out to Mrs. Kasha Davis. I love her dearly.
She's great.
She's great. But yeah, so we get Alexandra talking a little bit more about it as they're getting ready for the challenge in the workroom. And then the conversation shifts then to also violence in general in drag. You get Margarita talking about, or violence in general, or queer violence. You get Margarita talking about being beat up as a kid and literally knocking out her front 6 teeth. Nyx is talking about a lot of the hate that she's received and the getting cornered in a 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
like in
the Netherlands too.
Yeah, like in the Netherlands, and also like by like 5 people who literally would not let her leave.
I think it was important her sharing that because I think popular sentiment is that the Netherlands is so open-minded and liberal towards different people. But she's like, even there, I experienced queer violence.
The Nordic countries are not as queer friendly as we would like them to be.
And Netherlands is not another country, but yeah, just digressing. But anyways, yeah, and the Nordics as well can. Yeah,
well, she mentioned the Nordic countries.
Yeah,
she's from Denmark, so
yeah,
I don't remember whether she said it happened in the Netherlands or in Denmark. But
Denmark, yeah.
But in general, like
Just
we wish
overall.
these places were a lot more queer friendly, but the reality of the situation is, unfortunately, they're not as. And then Laka talking about getting assaulted, going to file a police report and basically being told there's nothing we can do. Which, yep, sounds about right. And I don't mean to dismiss that from Laka. It's just, yep, that sounds right.
Like they said on the episode, it's like, well, do they have to kill me for you to care? Like,
pretty much.
Sadly, in a lot of places that is sadly the case of like, oh, okay, now it's a quote unquote real crime. I'm just like, if they were some other demographic, the police would care about an assault. But since it's queer people in a lot of places, they're like, they don't even bother.
And especially in Spain, from the understanding that I've gotten, it's, it's not pretty. So
also the fact that the assault that Laka was apparently getting was upskirting, like being non-binary, like, and Laka wearing a skirt, and then one person is like pulling it up to see what they had, which is
who cares?
Disgusting.
Like,
why would you feel the need to do that?
Because people suck, RuPert.
Yeah.
Because what you're gonna learn very quickly, if you haven't already, is that people suck.
Oh, I know. Don't worry.
And it's not always the good kind. You hope it's the good kind, but it's usually not.
And I think it's kind of this idea of like queer people are kind of this spectacle, this kind of zoo exhibit that they go up, like, oh, I appreciate your right to exist, but I'm just going to throw peanuts at you and entertain us, kind of thing. And I think that's kind of what they saw there, was like they were just so curious, and this is not a person with their own, personal space. Yeah.
Exactly. You gotta love people.
Great time for protest songs.
Protest!
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great time for protests in general.
Yeah, indeed.
We had a big one back this past weekend in the States.
Yeah, you did.
We stand the King's protests.
I was mildly ill, so I didn't go. But I love everyone that did. And I was like, I don't need to be throwing up on the side of the road while protesting, so I'm not going to.
I wish I got an inflatable cartoon outfit, though. I really missed the mark on that.
Love that. Love that. But with all of that being said, I say we should probably head on over to the runway where we can go be shady some more. That sounds good to me, because there will be shade afoot. With our extra special guest judge, Rebecca. Who last week I was like, I feel like I recognize her, and I couldn't place her. And then when they were like, guest judge, Rebecca, I was like, oh my God, Rebecca, because I do know her and I know her music.
And she looks stunning.
Sickening.
Yeah.
Honestly,
she's upstaging these drag queens.
I was gonna say the winner of this week's challenge from the judges is Rebecca, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And no surprise she developed such a quick kinship with Crystal forever, because they do look sisterly.
Baby, the way Crystal was like, oh, I was your makeup artist in Venezuela, just dropping that. Just casual drop. And everyone's just like, ah! That's why she wasn't in the box.
And she acted, Rebecca, acted like if she completely forgot about this. So it's like, rekindling of sorts.
Right. I'm like, Rebecca, you ain't that slick. Okay, Rebecca. I see you, Rebecca. Supreme.
Who's that?
Looks like Supreme
I like the aesthetic, but when I saw more of the outfit, I was like, there could have been more shape there.
She's trying out her Scoochie Woochie dress era.
The dress needs to be more.
Yeah, it's not Scoochieing or Woochieing.
It's the fact that she's got these long boots and then the dress is too long, so it makes her look really short. And then also, I feel like she doesn't have the right hair.
I love this hair on Supreme.
I do love this hair. Do you remember the hair that she wore for the season 4 promo, where it was like the pixie cut with like this?
Yes.
Like if she had that with like in the red with like a little bit of gold in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
or even the hair she wore episode 1 with that big oversized look, like even that hair would have looked maybe a little bit better with this.
Like this hair is very Sweet 16.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's classic Supreme hair in a way that like she looked great in this hair. Like this for me, this like bust up, this gives classic Supreme for me, and I'm not mad at it. And I don't dislike the dress. It's the styling that I wish was a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Anna to style her? Because Anna looks great.
Yeah, because like also like Supreme has got fingerless gloves, some random black band thing on her wrist, but not on the other wrist. And then she has all like these random buckles and straps all over the dress. It's just a bit.
Mm-hmm. I stand cat ears.
Oh, yes. And can we also just applaud Javier Calvo for wearing clothes this week? He wore clothing.
I was so disappointed.
Me
I was
too.
so upset. I mean, how?
Okay.
No, but the trousers look phenomenal. They're gorgeous.
I like this outfit on.
I want it. Yeah, on myself.
Ambrosi.
Do you want it or him, Micha?
It. Him. Listen. I've had my 14-year-old physico-chemical period. That was fine.
Okay.
Los dos. Ambrosi, burn that shirt. I hate that shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Burn the shirt.
Rapunzel, burn the dress.
Literally. I'm like, no.
It's so boxy too. It doesn't. It's like cardboard. Like it's so.
And he has no body to fill out that shirt.
Sounds horrible.
Now, if we put that on Mike, it might look okay.
Well, because
but on Ambrosi, no.
I mean, this shirt is giving me very Abora vibes, and in the Scarecrow.
Oh my gosh!
Where are the intestines coming out of the middle, though? That's the real question. That's the.
Did
real
they buy
question.
the same shirt?
Probably. Primark, maybe. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
But yeah,
No,
Rebecca,
H&M.
that's dressed. Yeah.
H&M. And on that note,
if looks could kill.
literally. Let's talk about our first group here, Las Yesis with Match Travesti, Daphne Ferran Laca, and Satine, aka right out the gate, best group. No doubt in anybody's mind. They finished performing, and I said, "Oh, no one's gonna be as good as them, huh?"
Yeah,
And it was true. Yeah,
And it was
And
true.
you were correct.
they slayed.
I think everybody did really, really good. I do think Laca was like great. She just had the energy. She had the lyrics were great. She looks great. She always looks great. I'm here for Laca for the win for me, honestly.
Ooh.
That's who I want to win.
Season wise.
Yes, everything. I want Laca to take it all.
Okay.
So
I love that. I wouldn't be upset at that. There's a lot of people that I really like so far. Laca is one of them, so I really wouldn't be upset at that. Also, I love the way, and this is just me being a Eurovision nerd, I love the way they presented all of these groups because it's literally the same way they present at Benidorm Fest. And I was just like, I love it so much. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that would have made it better is if they had a, honestly, if they had saved Zora for this week's lip sync, that would have just made it even better. I'm like, I don't know why we didn't, but
they did a Rebecca song in front of Rebecca.
I understand why they did a Rebecca song in front of Rebecca, But also, maybe I would have rather had Zora this week. But
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, Rebecca could. I know.
but regardless,
it's all apples and oranges. I get what you're saying, but yeah, I mean, both are good in their own time. But yeah, if we have any Eurovision, was Rebecca ever on Eurovision?
I don't believe so. No, I could be wrong.
While you're looking, shout out to Daphne's pose here. She has her
the fact that she's literally
leg over her arm.
Yay.
It's basically
Love
just
it.
contorting just casually.
Yeah, she's like,
It's
whatever.
a casual contortion.
Oh,
In all
she
latex,
was.
whatever.
Also,
She was.
Also, random quote that I wasn't able to say from Laka during the recording. This guy's really talented because he made Poopy and the Macarena sound good on a song.
So she, to my knowledge, I could be wrong. My Eurovision knowledge does not go super far back, but I don't believe she has competed. However, she is a Eurovision songwriter. She was a songwriter on the 2007 Spanish entry, I Love You, Mi Vida by D Nash.
Okay, I googled that as well. Yeah, lovely for her. Yeah,
that placed 20th out of 24. But that's also because they got the death spot in second in the running order in the final. So I blame Eurovision on that one. But good for her. But
and good for the band as well. Yeah, just like continuing with the praise all around to these four. It was really over, not in Unlocking's way, but really over for the next two girl groups after they finished performing. Totally, yeah, Laka was slaying. But I mean, I was very pleasantly, speaking of voices which were not exactly great during the recording, but turned out phenomenal on the finished product. I mean, Mother Satine sounded so good, and every word she wanted to punch in the final edit was really good.
Okay. For me, this is going to be such a niche cut. I don't know if anyone in this panel is going to get this reference. For me, listening to Satine in this girl group challenge reminded me of listening to Azúcar Moreno, who have represented Spain at Eurovision before. They are these two fabulous older women. I am obsessed with them. Like, I have gone back and listened to a bunch of their discography. They tried to represent Spain again a couple of years ago and competed at Benidorm Fest with this song called Pastureo, which is just this like incredible, fabulous song. But they both have these beautiful, rich, deeper voices. And Satine, for me, sounded like she could literally slide in as the third Moreno sister and just like be a part of Azúcar Moreno. And my mind was blown the entire time listening to Satine. It was so wild to me. I loved every bit of it. Also, while looking into Rebecca some more, Mike, you're gonna freak out here.
Okay.
Tell me why Rebecca is a two-time contestant on Survivor Spain.
What?
Rebecca is a two-time Survivor Spain contestant.
Okay, we're gonna watch that.
She competed
soon on the pod.
Right, we might, maybe. No, probably not. A, who knows if we can find that? B, subtitles? Probably not. But yeah, so she competed on the 6th season and got 4th in 2005. Wow. And then came back and competed in the 30th season. I think it was I don't remember what the theme was, but she was medevaced for having an allergic reaction to over 200 mosquito bites at one time.
Oh, wow. Was it in the Marquesas?
No, it was in Honduras, actually. Not Marquesas, though. That's a great reference. I appreciate you for that. But I was like, why am I reading through her biography and finding out that she is a 2-time Survivor contestant?
Maybe that's how she got her start into fandom. Like, was she a name before that?
Yes, she
Okay.
she started her music career in 1996.
Okay.
So before I was born.
Because a lot of people, they become famous off of Survivor.
No, she literally was just like famous and then did Survivor.
She was
So
a celebrity who liked Survivor and probably wanted to go on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, these 4 killed it.
Yeah, they did.
These 4
I was going to say, I don't understand them saying like, oh, Satine has such a bad voice. I'm like, your voice doesn't matter as long as you sell it.
And as long as they put enough auto-tune on it, and that's exactly what they did.
If you can hit the note fine enough, the auto-tune will do the rest of the job.
And I promise you, the way she was sounding like Azúcar Moreno, I was like, what is happening here? My mind was blown. And then my favorite part of the whole performance, because they're in sync the whole time. They're killing it. The choreo's so good. Everyone's so good. I love that everyone has a fan that says Chasers no, and then Satine has a fan that says Chasers C. I'm like, you dumb bitch. But okay, here's the other thing I want to say. Huge shout out to Fedon in this challenge, because I thought Fedon killed it. I was really worried in this group because I was like, Laka's a pretty good performer. We know Satine is a good performer, and we know Daphne's a great performer. And I was a tad worried for Fedon here. She held her own so fiercely. I loved her verse. I thought Fedon did an amazing job in this group too.
I think she kept up. I do think if this was judged individually, nobody in this group would be anywhere near the bottom for me. I think they all did. I think they all were in the top half for me as far as performances go. Ferran kept up. She kept up, and so she did a great job.
She did. Yeah, she did a great job.
Her outfit tonight. This is very cute.
Oh, it's so good with the glove, with the garter. Like it's all the way they all coordinated too was so fierce. I love.
Yeah, the fact they're all in black and red for this, and then you have the next group, which we'll see, and they're all like an animal print look, and then the last one, they're all have like some pink on them is really cute.
Yeah,
they all have like really cute girl group outfits that all work. And I also like that these also like give like the protest thing, because they have got red, but they've also got a lot of black on it as well.
Yeah.
And like they've got some harshness. Like Laka's wearing this like red dress, but she's got a tight corset. Like pretty much all of them have got black boots. You have Daphne, who's basically covered from the neck down completely. And then I think. Yeah, because like Ferran, I think either has some structure in the dress, or there's like a mesh corset over the top.
I think she's corseted underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it just looks like there's a corset over the top. I'm not sure. I just like how each of them has like something that's just like it's like they're all in red and they all look good, but it's like something that's a little bit dark. To their outfits, or something that's slightly constricting, pretty much. It's just a great.
Okay, now that I saw it, I can't unsee it. Satine kind of looks like what's the red chick in Totally Spies? That's what the outfit looks like. And that's fierce.
You're so good for that. Yeah.
Sam, that's the red chick's name.
I mean, I can't unsee it either.
She does, and it's good. I mean, that's a great.
Who else is she giving? She's giving someone else in this too, and I can't quite place it.
She's giving somebody from Housewives, but I'm not sure who
yes.
Exactly.
Wait, no, you're so correct.
Oh wait, Mike, I do kind of see it.
Yay!
Very,
Clover. Clover's the red one. Sam is the green one. Yes, I watched Totally Spies because I was gay growing up.
Hey, there's what? Gay? Hey, you, maricon!
That's wrong group, wrong girls band, Logan.
I know.
I should just
Let's
just
talk
to,
about them then.
just to finalize with this,
This
one.
one.
Sorry, yeah, I was just like saying, as opposed to like, very quick remark. Contrary to Mike, maybe it's because it's like the most improved in my eyes, and I have to rewatch it. But actually, Ferran was my second favorite after Laka from overall this band. I thought like Mother would be stomping and mothering, but I think what separated Ferran's performance in her talent show from this was she wasn't worried about live vocals because that she did it live. And here it was pre-recorded, so she basically focused on choreo and interacting with other girls. So maybe it's kind of most improved in my brain, and I have to rewatch it. But for me, Ferran was like second best in the best girl group of the night. So.
I thought it was interesting because for me, I think Satine had the most low-key solo performance, but she was the most on in the group choreo. Like she was giving it in that group choreo. And I think that's really what, like, there was no part of this that I would have subtracted or added. Like really, this was one of the strongest girl group performances, I think, of this year on Drag Race, to be honest with you. Like also, I think all of them killed it.
Also, just one more thing. Whoever choreographed did go to the DGC School of Choreographing Girl Group Numbers. Because they knew how to... Yeah, but they knew how to choreograph for everyone's strengths. Unlike
Daphne did.
Yeah. But she knew how to choreograph for everyone's strengths and did movement that everyone could do, but not too much movement that everyone struggled with. Alyssa, sorry.
Correct.
Sorry, who said that?
Hater! You. Hey! You, maricón!
This will be a meme of the year, basically, especially from Drag Race España. I think it's like
100%, like coming out of this year, like quotes of the year. Hey, you, maricón, is gonna be up there for sure. Like
they already look like Michelle Visage's multiple orgasms.
Literally, I was like, Michelle Visage would have came many times if she starts.
Oh my god.
Then of course Crystal looks the most like Michelle.
She does.
This is Venezuelan Michelle Visage.
We've had Venezuelan RuPaul, now we need to have Venezuelan Michelle. And I wonder next week will we get Venezuelan Ross or Carson? Or Santino.
Please carve them because
not
no.
I mean, unless Crystal's hilarious, so then she'll be Ross Matthews. So
the hilarious Crystal forever.
Can I say a very non-controversial opinion? I think that Hey You Maricón was worth 5 years of Ross's comedy. Sorry, not sorry.
Correct. Yeah, Hey You Maricón was funnier than most things Ross and Carson have done in their careers. And I watched both of them on Celebrity Big Brother.
I feel sorry for you for that.
Thanks. I mean, Ross should have won, but that's a conversation for a different channel and different day. Oh,
I agree. Holy crap.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love Marissa, but Ross should have won. Regardless, this group was certainly a group.
I liked it, actually. I did like this group. I thought it wasn't as strong as the first group. I think we started off on a really high note. But I did like the energy that a lot of their movement had a lot of energy in this group. And I really appreciated that from them. I think it matched the vibe of the song. Like I said earlier, this is more of a bitch track type of like vibe in the song. I think, in my opinion, I don't know what the judges were looking at because I thought Margarita was amazing in this performance, and they were like kind of crapping on her a little bit, and I was like,
please speak on it, because I'm like,
they were like, you were in your head, which is just such a BS like critique. We'll get to it more, but I remember I just wrote down, it's like, excuse me, like where, like what are you looking at? Are you like, they said she was lost. That's the thing that they said.
So I'm watching it back right now. The only thing I can see to justify maybe their critique is that in the wide shot group choreo, her movements are a little bit smaller. They're not bad. She's hitting the choreo. She knows what she's doing. She's doing everything she needs to, and she's matching all of the other girls. her movements in the group choreo are just a little bit smaller, and it does almost look like she's marking just a little bit. But even then, she's still killing the performance. So I'm like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really only in the first chorus that she's doing that, because after that, she after she does her solo, she kind of picks it up and the energy does pick up. So I'm like, I don't know what y'all are necessarily talking about, but okay.
I do agree with the judges, though, that I do think Escándalo and Cristal were kind of the on the bottom half of performances for this group for me. I think Cristal's largely is because Alexandra did a rap that I think was far more successful and harder to do, and had a lot more energy than I thought Cristal brought to her performance. Escándalo, I thought actually was fine. I actually kind of liked a lot of the silliness, her character that she put into it. But I do think Margarita and Alexandra were standouts for me. Animal print is always good. I think Escándalo kind of looks like the odd woman out, which maybe that's why she was in the bottom this week. I mean, we'll get to it, but always looks good. Animal print always looks good. I actually like this. I thought this is my second favorite of the 3 teams.
By far, I think this group was good and cohesive and fine. The standout for me, but beyond anyone else here, was Alexandra. I thought this was really one of the first times this season where I saw Alexandra really shine. And to be honest with you, I understand why it was judged in teams, and it should have been judged in teams. I really wish Alexandra would have gotten a high placement in this challenge, because I really think both runway and challenge performance, I think she did such a great job here. I loved her verse for obvious reasons, but also I think the flow of her verse was really great. I agree with you. Starting out with such a strong rap was such a great way to start out this song as well. And her look is really great. I thought she absolutely killed the challenge in every way, shape, and form. And I love that she has the heart. I love that they did the heart motif as well to kind of go along with this season. I think that was really good to do. I love that it's on her arm. It's
on her sleeve.
I love
literally, yeah.
Her sleeve. That is so perfect. I'm like, I really just wish, again, I understand why the judging was done the way it was, but I really wish Alexandra would have gotten a high placement and a little bit more praise for the work that she put in on this challenge, because I think she absolutely killed it. And with probably, if I'm judging individually, she was top 3 of the night for me.
Respectable.
Yeah. She was kind of up there, yeah. Close to top 3 or top 4. I totally agree. Yeah, she was hands down the best. With Escándalo, apart from the look, actually, when they gave the rewind repeat during the judges' critiques, then I really saw that she was kind of fumbling and struggling. On the first view, I actually didn't clock this during the session, but yeah, maybe I kind of can get why she was in the bottom. I mean, yeah, she was not the weakest for me overall, but yeah, because we had the bottom 3 lip syncing, yeah, maybe she would have been in the bottom 3. But yeah, Mother was especially mothering with her look, and with now, yes, the extremely memorable phrase. Yes, so in this picture, I can't get enough of her hairline. It looks at the same time as she was bald, dollified, scalped, and become a wax figurine at Madame Tussauds somewhere. So
not this. Oh my gosh. I will say, sorry, okay, just making sure I didn't cut anybody off. I will say on Cristal's lyrics, we are joking so much about "Hey to maricón." I think if you're going to use talk about how hate language doesn't work for you, you can use that. I'm totally fine with reclamation and reclaiming slurs. I love that. I think it's the most powerful thing that queer people can do, or any marginalized people can do, to take back the power against the hate that's put on them. I just wish the lyrics were more impactful, in my opinion. I think that they were a bit more simple. I think that's where I kind of fall on Cristal. I think it was more generic, and it's just kind of, I I think we've heard a million times of like, oh, I'm going to do me. And, you know, you can't say anything about me. I just thought you could do it more clever, especially if you're going to name drop the slur itself in your lyrics. So.
Yeah, for sure. Any other thoughts on Hate there?
It's just that they fought so much for a song that I wasn't good. And also, like, from the song being called Hater, I didn't expect this vibe of song.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
Good.
I see that. I see that. Oh, our babies here. I wanted this group to succeed so bad.
Love Pink.
Love Pink. Not necessarily in this instance, though.
Well, for the Nebula, it still worked.
For the Nebula, I thought she did pretty good. All things considered.
This team would be a disaster if the Nebula was not in the performance for me. I think it would have been an absolute disaster if she was not performing there.
Correct.
Agreed. 100%.
Because like you've got Ava looking performing like this, and just performing like
that's where the say it again, sorry.
And then you've got Nyx performing. And then Denebula's just trying to hold it together the best she can, looking sickening while she does so. And I'm just like, oh, baby, no.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ava. I think she's sickening. She looks great here, but that's where the lost critique should have gone. Like, she was clearly counting the steps in her head the most of anybody tonight on this episode.
Yeah. She was deer in the headlights. She was rabbit in the headlights. She was, if we use her astral twin, Eve 2000 during this challenge. So I'm so sorry.
Eve 2000. Oh, man.
Speaking of that same season, I told Jonathan the other day, live your best life.
Live your best life. This was not
much better.
This was not much better. This was not the best group of the night.
They tried their best.
They tried their best.
It wasn't the best of times.
You don't succeed, and they didn't succeed.
They didn't. But yeah, thank God for the Nebula, both on the runway and in this challenge.
That part.
I'm sad because like the song is very cute. It was a very cute song.
It was second favorite song, but not the performance.
Yeah, I think I'll say this about Eva. I loved her vocals. She sounded really, really good. The choreo just killed me on this. And I think I think they mentioned it in the episode. I kind of agreed with their critique. She wasn't as sharp with her choreography as she needed to be. It was very half measured. So,
yeah, because at several points, she's just like, she's doing like half of what Ava was doing, where Ava was fully lost. Nyx was like, okay, got it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And then really, when it comes down to her solo is great. I thought all of their solos were great. And I will say as well, the way that they compensated for being the 3-person team and having that kind of blend of like having all 3 of them in that one verse, I thought was actually really well done. I liked the way that they did that. I think ultimately, you know, they kind of set themselves up, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was Nyx that was like, well, we are the team of 3, so we're going to have to put in a little bit more work to fill the stage. And unfortunately, they didn't.
Mm-hmm. Also, small nitpick. One, if you're going to do the chanting, I think full send, please. Like, I felt like they were kind of half the energy that they needed to be. And the signs they had were like little post-it notes on little like little things. It looked small. And I was like, get giant, like that might be production.
I was gonna say that might be a production thing more than anything. I do love that the plus was on Nyx's ass. That that was adorable.
That was great.
That was adorable. But
I think Yeah, I stand by it. Denebola, I think if it wasn't there, it would be just a total train wreck of a performance. So
I'm very thankful this was not judged in teams, ultimately.
I think they did that specifically because of how I think Denebola did really well. I think she actually did pretty well.
Yeah, Denebola had no business lip syncing. I mean, if it was like an ordinary bottom 3, it would still be like not good because she wasn't like a cracker during the DragCon panels. It's not like the look saved. She basically kept her team afloat. And yeah, who could? Well, I mean, I actually predicted this, if you remember our last week's recap, that Denebola will be turning it during like performance challenges.
You
as
did.
Well, we did have a pretty cool both talent show and the acting performance. So yeah, it's lovely to see that she's not like a robotic fashion goer, which is she never was.
I'm also gonna say, like, putting on my production cap on, they knew this was going to be a double elimination. I don't think they wanted to lose either of Denebola or Nyx. And so they're like, oh, let's just have the bottom be individual. Like, we're not going to put ourselves in that situation.
Agreed.
Also, to literally lose a challenge winner, basically second/third eliminated, is crazy. I mean,
they've done it before.
They have. And we did come really close to having a challenge winner be the first eliminated queen.
Yep.
Because Mick Chanel almost went home during the girl group challenge, and she was almost the first eliminated queen of Philippines 3, which would have been crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, they almost sent Miss Cristo home last season.
Yeah.
Second.
Exactly. They could have. Yeah. But I mean...
So,
if they followed Dragula footsteps, they could have done this easily. So yeah,
it wouldn't have been that difficult for them to do. But I at least appreciate in a lot of ways for España that, like, yes, your track record overall matters, but also what matters most importantly is your performance in this challenge. And if you're not good in the challenge, like even what we saw episode 2 with Satine, like if you're not good, we're gonna put you low.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not killing it, even though you were top 2 in the first episode, if you're not killing it, we're going to put you in the bottom. And I at least appreciate España for that, where it's like, well, no, we're going to be realistic about it. You may have a challenge win, but if you suck in this challenge, you're going to be in the bottom.
If it was Rue, Satine would have been safe.
100%.
So
100%.
One parting thought.
No, if it was Rue, Satine wouldn't have been cast.
Oh.
RuPaul would have cast some other younger twink for random reasons.
They're not random.
I know, but you know what I mean.
One parting thought for Las Chiste Malo. Her looks are individually cute. They do not go together whatsoever. So
they tried.
They tried with the bows and like the little bits of black. Because Denebola has the pink bows on her shoes.
Yeah.
Nyx has like the pink bows on her bra because like my guess is Eva didn't have a pink look for girl group.
This is stunning though. I love Eve.
It is stunning.
Oh yeah, Eva looks, not you calling her Eve.
Did I? Oh, Eve.
Yeah.
I'm still
Eve
in
several
Canada
thousand Harringtons. Yeah.
Shady little boots. And on that note, let's teabag some runways.
Oh yeah.
Category is Disfrutonas. Let's be fruity. Hey, maricón, be fruity.
Such a great untranslatable word, but yeah, that's why I quoted fruit in Valencian earlier today. Yeah, Mike, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, and first up, Denebola. Now.
Am I going first?
You can.
Okay. This was so RAR XD, and I love it for that.
Yes!
That's
instantly what
I thought of. It's so Hot Topic. It's so cute. T.
Oh, it's Chatty Grande for me. I mean, I don't want to even discuss it. I loved it so much. For Acid Green Runways, this would probably be more like in my top 2 of all seasons of the entire franchise if we pick this color specifically. full chai tea.
I'm going to be here for look over here, so I'm going to save quite a few of my thoughts. But this wig is incredible. Chai tea grande.
Rar.
I know you like it raw.
Rar. Roar. No, this is full tea. The tea is piping hot. The tea, I just made the tea and I'm drinking it and I burned my tongue. That's how hot the tea is currently. I love this. It's so... Alexandra del Raval as Sandia, the first edition.
Yeah. The first look is kind of a non-look. I wish it had more to it. This is going to be a slight T for me because underneath that's stunning and gorgeous. But that first look, it's given me like little pound cake, like trash bag, like throw it off to show little pound cake underneath.
It's giving, I'm holding the watermelon dress,
Yeah.
and here's the watermelon dress.
Like, can we not, like, I don't like, she could have come out in the second look, and that would have been completely fine. Maybe something a little added to it, but it's gorgeous. I like the second look. It's really, really nice. That's a T for me.
Well, if it's inspired by All Eyes on Gaza protests, because that's how watermelon is very much associated right now, I think it's a slight T for me. I'm not sure I love this look, though, as it is, like, as a watermelon look. Yeah, pre-reveal, this was this was held, maybe withheld, but by some saving grace. But yeah, this watermelon sugar is not exactly high, as Eleva Day has put it during her watermelon runway. Okay, and slight tepid tea.
Alexandra Deraval is, of course, is classmates with Trinity the Tuck, Eureka, and others as part of the School of Pointless Reveals. But I'm giving this a T.
What a horrible class to be involved in, Jesus.
And others.
And others. Yeah, it's tepid tea. I really wish that the first look was more of a look. I agree, but it's tepid tea for sure. The actual garment itself is sickening. I think she looks so good. Nyx as rotten fruit, because okay.
This is a bag for me, Nyx. It's just not... Rotten's right. Like, I'm sorry. This looks kind of like a design challenge product. I don't like this look. I also think she painted herself very old here. I'm not sure why. It's a bag for me. Sorry.
I still kind of enjoy her makeup. Yeah, that's something unique and different for her, and I love the neck up. The neck down, yeah, I mean, it's a rotten banana, as it was like in season 16 Werk room. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a bag for me.
I love Nyx. This is getting a bag from me as well. Sorry. I love the idea of this. I do think it was a bit bold to say, I'm not like other girls in confessional. I'm not just going to do a fruit. But...
and then show up in that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a watermelon. I'm classier than that. And you come out in this, girl.
This was not a good episode for Nyx. Love her. This was just not a good episode for her.
We're going to move on.
Well, last comment. I'll be a little shady. This is giving me Rita Baga's winning denim look that didn't have a on it. And you know what, Rita? It's a bit better than that. So
there was no reveal. There was
and
no reveal of the
that.
sleeves. Yeah.
That's the tweet.
Now.
Prison.
Crystal forever.
I love this concept, and I actually like both looks. I wish they said exactly what I thought. I cannot. The Javier's actually said a comment I agreed with. She should have focused on one of the looks over the other. It's going to be a slight T for me. I think the mechanics of this were clunky, and as a result, it kind of diminished the impact of both of the looks. But I see a stunning look in both of them. I just wish she focused on one. She didn't need the reveal.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't just have dropped the entire tree. If only she had to lip sync, then yeah, probably sure. But otherwise, yeah, I agree with you, Mike. She should have kept it as it is because it was kind of the opposite. Then I'm holding the watermelon, and now I'm not holding the watermelon. I really enjoy what everything which is behind her head. It's kind of the most stunning part of the look for me. So I'm a bit torn, especially post-real. This is going to be a very deep cut, but it kind of, in time, I mean. But it kind of looks like what Kenya Michaels did on the very first Apocalypse Challenge when she dropped her wings for some insane reason, which she shouldn't have done. Otherwise, it's still T for me, but just, yeah, girl, don't drop the best part of your outfit. You're the Garden of Eden, and without this, well, you're Eve.
Not to be confused with Eva Harrington or Eve 6000.
Thank you,
Or
Logan.
even Destruction.
Or Eva Destruction. It's T for me still because I do like both looks. I don't like the Javis saying, oh, what you're doing is too much. Like, I understand that critique a little bit. But at the end of the day, if the reveal was sloppy, then I would have understood the critique more. Her reveal was not sloppy here. It was a very good reveal. Did she need it? No. But was it a well-done revealed look? Yes. So it's T for me. I think Madre looks incredible here. And I love both looks. So it's T. I like it.
I'm going to give Crystal Forever a T as well. She also went to the school of pointless reveals. Just here's the thing. If she had to lip sync, she could have taken that off in seconds and then lip synced in that look. That look, it is a cute look, but it isn't a runway look like her first one.
She was like ready to do so.
Exactly.
What does that have to do with anything?
But was she wearing sparkle panties? That's the real question. The world may never know, but we'll find out. Eva Harrington.
I think this is gorgeous. I really like this outfit. My only minor critique is the headpiece. It's kind of droopy for me. She could have done without that. And it is a bit constrictive. She was having trouble moving in it. I don't think that's as nearly as bad as what they were painting it out to be, because this outfit is great for me. This is hot tea for me.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, this is still a T for me anyway. I'm just a bit confused about the bottom part. I love it kind of knees up. And I get what she's going for. This does look fruity. Anyway, and I really enjoy her face and what's going on, like with all this like silver and stylings and whatnot. But yeah, it's a T for me. I'll save my thoughts for tomorrow.
I believe she was going for pomegranate.
I think so.
If I'm not mistaken.
True.
Bag. Love you, Eva. This is a bag.
It's going to be a slight T for me because I think the intricacy of the look is incredibly well done. The skirt made her unable to walk in it, and the headpiece, while I appreciate her going and like doing something a little bit different for her, going, showing off her canary roots, I think it, like, the over the topness. This is again where I'm like, the over the top critique needed to go to Eva and not to Crystal, in my opinion. But that's just.
It's like they were talking to them, but then they cut to a different queen.
Yeah, it's like they were talking to a different person than we saw. It's I don't know. It's a slight T, because at the end of the day, the dress is very good, and I like that she stepped out of her box. Ferran.
I really don't like this look. I don't like the wedges. I don't like that wig. The outfit is far too simple for me. I understand that the concept of what she was going for, but I just think the execution just is far below what I would want for this look. This is a bag for me. This is probably my least favorite look of the week.
Yeah, this look kind of cemented Laka's win this week, I would say so. Yeah, we all get what she was going for, but she didn't go even like 1/10 of the way here. And thank Petita's lack of sleep for that Ferran didn't experience like a bloodbath of opinion for this look. It's a bag, unfortunately.
I like this look. I like the green piping. I like the orange. Like she talked about the shoes, that this is like shoes that farmers wear. If that shoe was just orange, I feel like it would work better. Or if she just had an orange pump on. I love the fact that she's got a little like orange leaf in her hair, and that's what the wig is supposed to look like. I'm going to be different. I'm giving this a T. I like this look.
For me, it's going to be a slight bag, because I really like the concept. I love that she went with Valencian orange, and I like the traditional shoe, and there's so much detail put into this that I do like it. The overall effect isn't doing it for me, and I think what throws it off is her makeup. Just a tad. Just a tad. So it's like, I'm really on the fence. Because there's so much of this I do like in concept, but it's going to be a slight bag for me. Daphne as a tomato, because tomatoes are fruits.
Look, she looks gorgeous. She looks great. I really didn't like the execution of this dress. This is a slight bag for me. She is gorgeous.
Dress? There's no dress.
Yeah, exactly.
She's not wearing a dress.
She's
wearing pasties and 12 boas.
I like the concept of making the boas into the shape of the fruit and then that coming out into a dress. The overall look of it at the end of the day is just below what I think Daphne is capable of. She looks gorgeous. She always looks gorgeous. I think that's what keeps her from a total bag for me. It's just a slight bag for me.
Mm-hmm. Well. I mean, I'm on a fence. I actually wanted to I'll find it for tomorrow. So yeah, I'll probably keep the entire critique there. The image of the mushroom in particular, I wanted to find to illustrate this, because she doesn't give me a tomato, or let's call this whole thing off. But she does give a very peculiar. There is this very peculiar mushroom who has this like through forms, and I love the reveal. I get probably what we're going with it is Mike, because we like taught now, trained even to expect from Daphne so much. And this was kind of not exactly this showstopper, although as a burlesque girl, as a dancing girl, she did what needed to be done. It's just like, this sliced tomato for the salad, and it's still a T for me. It's just like, yeah, I would probably save my thoughts for later. Tomorrow.
I like this look on Daphne. I love like the dark hair. It is giving like slightly Dita Fonteese, and the little like headpiece as well for like the stem of the tomato. I like the boas. My problem with any type of these looks is the fact that only a queen with her body can wear this. And it's the fact that if any queen of any other size was to wear this look, she would be red for filth for it. I'm still gonna give you a T. And then also if she literally just had like a red body, like a red rhinestoned bodysuit with the skirt as well, I think this would be fine. I'm still gonna give this a T.
I mean, RuPert pretty much took exactly what I was going to say here. Is it fashion or is she skinny? In this case, she's skinny. And that's no shade to Daphne. She wanted to show off her twink body, and that's what she said, and that's what she did. It's a slight T because at the end of the day, she does look good, but not every girl could wear this look.
To paraphrase another girl who loved another winner, even who loved to wear exactly the same looks on her skinny twink body, Daphne needs a spank. That's a very niche Valachashka reference, so sorry.
Oh,
I don't know her.
But I mean, that song was good, though.
But I do know La Scandalo.
Oh, God.
I love the wordplay with fig and slur. I love the camp sort of that campy aspect of this look. I'll say, though, I was getting plum from the first look and not fig. The second look is also a little more simple. It's not as like campy over the top. If you're going to be campy, go campy over the top. And Scandalo, I think, has done that in spades up to this point. I think this is probably one of the weaker looks she's brought for me. It's a slight bag. I do like the concept and the reference. The execution just wasn't there for me. Slight bag.
I just thought after having watched the Runway, I thought if there is this expression in Spanish as well as it exists in French about saying that something is half baked or like neither here nor there, which is mi figue mi raisin, so basically half fig, half raisin. But apparently it's not the same in Spanish. But yeah, this was exactly mi figue mi raisin, which is kind of neither here nor there.
You'd say Aussie.
Yeah, exactly. I see. Yeah, this was given very much Lenacia Sparks cortarlo por la mitad performance in the children's book challenge. I love the color, but I love everything purple, violetly happy. I was violetly happy for the color. That's the answer. It's a bag for me. Even post-reveal, pre-reveal, no.
If I didn't know what the theme was, I wouldn't get this look at all. This is getting a bag. Sorry, La Scandalo.
She looks stunning and gorgeous and beautiful and lovely, but for the theme, it's going to be a bag, unfortunately. Laka!
Girl.
What do you mean you're a martini skewer? Like, that's so stupid and amazing. With cute little stockings as well, like lace stockings going up. I love this look on Laka. This was my second favorite look of the week. It's camp. I think the only thing that the first look inches it out is the main body, little green suit that it's attached to, is a little unshapely from the sides. Minor nitpick though. I love this look. It's so campy, stupid. Laka is a full send on camp and just goes all the way there. And that's what I love about her drag. This was hot tea for me.
Yeah, this was my third favorite look of the week. Totally agree. This tea was as hot as mine was 2.5 hours ago. So yeah, this is pretty cool, and I really can. It's just like not that much to tweak, even maybe like some of the nothing. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But yeah, for the camp factor, for this like the geometry of it all, this is Logan. This is for you. Sorry, I have to say it. This is Mondrian went fruity.
Yep. Thank you for taking my critique. I'll go.
I have the best way to describe this look for me is if Marilyn Monroe mixed with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That's a great reference.
That's literally what this gives. It's like, because like in the movie they're on like a giant cookie and they're also like a giant glass of milk. This is like if Marilyn like got shrunk, basically shrunk out of her clothes, and in the next scene she has to like grab something to cover up, and she grabs a martini. She grabs a martini skewer.
And a mustache.
RuPert, you're so clever for that. That was better a reference than the entire season 13 top 5 acting challenge based on the same theme.
Not
we are
this.
shady today.
Tea. And last up, Margarita.
Okay, this was my favorite look of the week. She is melon with big melons. I thought it was so funny and stupid. Camp all around. She sold the hell out of this outfit. Also, I don't think this is the biggest boobs we've seen on Margarita thus far. So I just love when we see different silhouettes from queens and then they deliver them how they would deliver them. So it was another look at how Margarita does drag. This is hot tea for me.
Yeah, I would totally agree. This is, I think, my favorite Margarita look so far of the entire season. In this case, the Jimbo works so well because, and I mean this not as a shade, but as a compliment. She does look as an exotic Colombian poisonous frog here, and it's a good thing because, again, not a shade, because I really love how it's proportionized. With the breasts, with the watermelon, just mega sleeves everywhere. And the makeup looks so crazy, but it's so right for this theme, and it wouldn't work like any other way. She's like, she is the watermelon frog witch of it all, and we love her for that. Hot tea.
I love this look, but for some reason in my brain, when I think of watermelons and I think of the fruit, I think of the watermelon flesh as pink. It's just my brain being weird. So when I saw Alexandra and Margarita's look, my first thought was, oh, strawberry. It's just my brain. It's just my brain. I'm just weird like that. But she is a melon with big melons, and this big melon gets a tea.
It's tea. She looks so dumb. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. And last up, Satine.
I like this look. I will say the red grape portion of it, I did not like. I thought it was kind of oddly shaped for me. One small thing on her dress, her main dress, that I really liked is like there's little small like sequin dark circles that kind of look like little grapes all over the dress. I like the main dress. I just think the prop of like the red grapes overall kind of take away from the main dress, which is stunning. It's a slight T for me for that reason. I think the overall effect is gorgeous for me.
Yeah, this just like the previous look, this is something that in theory shouldn't even work. And to be very honest with you, before she told it was grapes, I thought this was pomegranate. Not the previous instance of having this. But yeah, this works for her. This works as well, even despite the fact that the form of these grapes on her is kind of a Bora's bowl underneath Javi's shirt. But this works. It's a total T.
I'm giving Satine a T. I love your vaginal grapes because that's also what they look like to me. Like she is covered in many vaginas.
Not many vaginas. Jesus Christ. Not those.
That's just what it looks like.
It's gonna be it's tea, but the tea has been, I've been holding on to the tea for like 20-30 minutes. It's a good look from Satine. We've seen better, we've seen worse.
It's like all the grapes that she has on are kind of like, those like little soft shriveled ones that are in the pack, and you're like, oh, I don't want to eat that. I'll eat it. And then But you want a
Definitely.
crunchy grape.
Indeed. Well, that's that on the runway. We will give full thoughts on those and look over here, so make sure to check that out. In the meantime, I didn't really have a whole lot from the judging.
Mostly
to
because you gave
talk
all your
about.
gripes during the challenge portion and the runway as well.
Pretty much. And then Untucked is basically, well, we know who's in the bottom.
Yeah, I think they were kind of putting a sort of suspension of like, is it going to be Cristal? Is it going to be a Scandalo? And then it was eventually a Scandalo. I'm going to be honest, I would have had it the opposite way. I would have had Cristal on the bottom. I gave my thoughts on her performance earlier, and that's kind of why. I understand why a Scandalo was in the bottom, though.
Yeah, same here. I mean, the Nebula was pretty upset for a person who's not going to be in the bottom, but then she wasn't sure as well. So yeah. Otherwise, I love how the winning group was feeling her feels, because correct me if I'm wrong, in Spain's history, it's the first time on España when we had like the winning group just being sent off immediately, saying you are the best. Laka, you're the winner. Go celebrate. So yeah.
Well, there's all of the results for you. So the top team, yes, indeed, was Daphne, Ferran, Laka, and Satine, with the winner of the challenge being Laka. Deserved. Loved it. I really think runway was the big determining factor, because like I thought all four of them did really great in the challenge, but honestly, the only person who really slayed me on the runway of this group was Laka. So period. We do find out from the judges. Oh yeah, go ahead.
You're muted.
There we go. I just love the fact that during, like, in confessional, I love the fact that she was in complete shock that she managed to win a dance challenge.
It's like,
really
who would have expected? Who would
She's a
have
really
thought?
sweet moment.
She was, yeah.
She earned it. That was great.
Yeah, good for her. I mean,
100%. And we find out from the judges before they go to Untucked that it is a bottom three. And 2 people will be going home. Because they decided that that's what they were going to do this week. So sure. Okay. Bottom 3 is called as Eva, La Scandalo, and Nyx. I see it. I don't fundamentally disagree with it. And this is probably who I would have had, to be honest.
I think Nyx and Ava for sure were the bottom 2 for me of this week.
That would have been the bottom 2 had it been
indeed.
Bottom 2.
Indeed, yeah. And the third is kind of wobbly, yeah. So.
The third, I think it was just picking who. Nobody else really kind of bombed, in my opinion. It's just kind of picking who did the least good of the rest of the queens.
And it definitely could have been Crystal. It could have been La Scandalo. It shouldn't have been Alexandra, and it shouldn't have been, it shouldn't have been Margarita, and it shouldn't have been the Nebula. So,
yeah,
you know, if we're judging off of runway, I guess I did prefer what Crystal did on the runway to what La Scandalo did here. So, it's fair. And not ideal, because I like all 3 of these queens, and I like everyone on this cast. So, but we are lip syncing to Duro de Pelar, the Oh No special edition. I don't know why that's relevant, Rebecca, but that is what we're lip syncing to.
But I mean, sometimes special editions can make or break the lip sync, you know. Thank God it was not another hex hector mix, and España doesn't have those.
Well, special edition is right for this lip sync. This was a very special lip sync.
What the fuck is going on up in here on this day? Like, girl, what happened?
It's giving a 7-way lip sync. It was so chaos.
It's also it is in the same vein of Lorelei Rivers versus Nikita Vegas versus Victoria Shakespeare's on Drag Race Germany. It is giving that level of three-way lip sync chaos. And with the fact that the queen who wins doesn't win because she does incredibly well, but she wins purely because she isn't massively chaotic in the lip sync.
I think Nyx focused, and I think she won the lip sync because she was focusing, and I think everybody else was trying to do something flashy or a big reveal or a big prop, and I'm just like, please, no props, just focus on your lip sync, please.
Yeah, because Eva right away took off her big dress and outfit, and then was just in a red look with a brown panty. You then had La Scandalo's wig, which completely fell apart. And then you also had Eva come out with a whole bunch of streamers. And then you had La Scandalo grab some kind of fruit. I think it was a banana, but I'm not sure.
It was a banana.
Plantain.
Yeah, one of the two. I mean, they're almost the same thing anyway.
Right.
Yeah, and that kind of didn't make exactly sense with the particular verse of the song. The banana movement was kind of all over the place. Yeah, it's interesting because of the three-way lip syncs, it probably more reminded me of how Petita won No Controles. So it's upsetting that she's not here to talk about how she slayed the other two P girls, namely Paquita and Pinchadora, to No Controles because they were chaotic AF and she was the most controlled one. And in Spain, it's preferred, unlike as in Canada, three-way lip syncs. Hello. Literally. Nyx kind of hands down won this for me. Unfortunately for the other two.
Yep, I totally agree.
Agreed. It was clean, it was concise, it was very well done, and it was so funny. And that's what I liked seeing the most from Nyx in this, is just how funny she was. And I'm like, okay, well-rounded entertainer. I'm seeing the vision, Nyx. I'm seeing the vision. Like, for me, I'm like, this may be a defining moment for Nyx in the season where, like, we may see her skyrocket from here on out and do really, really well and absolutely kill the rest of the season. Getting that, like, fire under her ass and doing so well here. I'm really happy to see it. Nyx does win the lip sync, and Escandalo and Eva, bye.
Also, Supreme.
Oh yeah,
Supreme said something interesting. It's like, as you leave, you will decide who gets. Like, they're only going to give either one whole heart or only give half of a heart. Because
it's a full. They have to take their halves and give a full heart to somebody.
So someone will either get a full 1.5 hearts next episode, or Satine will just get another full heart.
And it's probably gonna be Satine.
Because she is mother and she is also playing Miss Congeniality as well.
Correct.
Indeed.
I think they wanted to avoid a situation where it's like there's 3 bottom queens and then 2 of them get saved, and then there's just you just go home, a la Sari Fields.
Yeah, like they would literally have to build in a situation where you had a bottom 4.
Yeah, they would just have to have a bottom 4.
Yep.
Or, imagine a situation where this heart goes on to save somebody from bottom 2, and then we'll have another through a lip sync to double elimination.
Could you imagine if it's like, I don't know, I'm just gonna name names and I'm not manifesting anything here, but could you imagine if it was like Alexandra, Margarita, and Laka in the bottom, which probably wouldn't happen because they're all great.
And it's also Snack Game next week as
I was gonna say, that's not gonna be a bottom 3 we're gonna have next week, but like, imagine the 3 of them are in the bottom, 2 of them have hearts, so like then we end up with, I don't know, Margarita in the bottom, and then they're like, so we have to go to the next worst person, and they just call one of the safe girls randomly, and they're like, sorry girl, you're in the bottom now.
That would be a gag.
But that's where this twist doesn't really work, is like the unfortunate part. I like this twist, but this is one of these instances where the twist doesn't really work unless A, they give it to Satine, and then Satine just has a full heart that she just immediately has to use again, or a girl then gets a full heart from Escándalo and Eva with her half heart already. Does she then have a heart and then another half heart? Like, the girls don't even understand this twist. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I think if they just get the full heart and they already have half a heart, basically any other queens apart from Satine, I think they just use the whole heart, and then their half heart is if someone is like, then if they go home in the next episode, they then give that half heart away. I think it's just put.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. Girl, I don't know. But all I know is these two went home and both showed more personality in their exit than we saw throughout the entire edited season. And for that, I say, producers, how dare you?
I was going to say edited.
Literally, because I'm like, I know these girls showed more personality than what y'all showed in these 4 episodes for them. Like, how dare you?
I can now see why. I was wondering for a while, like, Ava seemed under-edited because she came in very strong and she had great looks. I'm like, this is all the makings of a queen you would want to put to the forefront. But now that she goes out here, I totally understand why they would under-edit her. I think that's a bad decision because I think show everybody for who they are, not for what you want your storyline to be. But I'm not the producer of España, so.
None of us are.
Yeah.
But...
And next episode they're doing the reading challenge, which they already showed a read of, and they're also doing Snatch Game as well.
Lovely, love it. Now in this draft, baby, River, if you're watching, River, I'm so sorry, River, I am so sorry. Because for context, River going into this week had a full team. River has the winner of this week's challenge, one of the top 4, and lost the other half of their team. Literally had both Escándalo and Eva on their team. So it has slightly shifted some draft things, not by much. Lana is still in 3rd with 40, River in 2nd on 46, and I am still leading the draft with 50.5 points. And I'm very excited about that. So, and I have a full team, and I'm thrilled about it, and I love my team. Love my team. Love pink. And that's where we're going to leave off today. So, thank you for joining us for this lovely, wonderful, and fantastic episode recap for Drag Race España Season 5. We'll be back with our Look Over Here episode talking about some fruity runways, and we'll be back next week to talk about Snatch Game and everything in between. In the meantime, subscribe, like, and share. Click the notification bell so you know when we put out all of our content. Go get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link in the description, and that beautiful QR code right up in that top right corner. And with all that being said, hey you, maricón, go subscribe. Click another video. Do all the things. Cheers. Bye.
Salud.